Maybelline started in 1915 when a pharmacist watched his sister Mabel mix Vaseline with coal dust to make her lashes look darker. He had the light bulb moment that we all wish we had and said, hang on, this could be something. And that little DIY lash mixture is what created Maybelline. Fast forward 100 years and they are one of the biggest makeup brands in the world. Their products go viral nonstop and everyone has at least one Maybelline product that they swear by. But with all that hype and all that history, it's tough to know what's actually good and what's just coasting on nostalgia. So today, we are gonna do a full face of Maybelline, but to make it fun, I'm gonna read you a real Maybelline review, and you have to guess which product it's about. Then I'll reveal it, try it on, and we will see together if the review is accurate or if someone was just being dramatic on the internet. Wouldn't be the first time. Here we go. Are you ready? It's sticky. I don't know what all the hype was about, not my favorite. Is she talking about the Poreless Jelly Primer, the Grippy Serum, or the Matte Blur Stick Primer? If you guessed the Maybelline Grippy Primer, you are correct. I may have had a little laugh when I read this review because, well, it says Grippy on the bottle. So this is a serum to primer hybrid. It goes on like a hydrating serum. It even actually has niacinamide right in the formula. And then it transforms into a grip primer about 20 seconds after application. And the reason people like grippy primers is because it holds on or grips onto foundation and it makes your makeup last all day, or so it claims.
We love a good drugstore find, so let's see what this does and see if it's actually worth adding to your beauty roster. This is the Grippy Serum Primer. It's supposed to grip your makeup for up to 24 hours and it's supposed to feel like you're applying skincare. Feels like a serum when you're applying it, but you can tell it's a primer because it's a little bit thicker. As it's drying down, I can literally feel it getting grippy. Let's apply some makeup. I'm using Superstay Lumi Matte. You know I love this. I applied a thinner layer on this side compared to this side. It's definitely the primer giving me that glow.
We're not gonna use the same foundation that Glamzilla used. We are gonna use something different because I was very intrigued by these. But I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet because you need to guess from the review. I am a senior over 70 with dry skin, but I take care to moisturize well. I apply this to reddened areas, my nose, under eyes, and on eyelids to even out skin tone and texture. I like that I don't need to use a lot and it feels like I'm wearing nothing. It does not cake or crease. Good value and works well for this active grandma. Is grandma talking about the lifter stick? Stick formulas don't always glide well. They can be drier. Or is she talking about the Fit Me Dewy Smooth Foundation? Or the Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint, which happens to be one of my personal favorite foundations. If you guessed the lifter sticks, you are correct. I tried to mess with you on that one. Did you fall for it? I was really surprised when I read this review because foundation sticks tend to be drier. So wouldn't it be so cool if we found a drugstore foundation stick that works?
Oh, I love a good lift. I love a good sculpt. I love a good lifted look. These are about to be your new go-to for an effortlessly sculpted and lifted look, honey. Use one shade to cover as a base, one shade to sculpt, ooh, lift me up, and one shade to touch up / brighten. Oh, I love this. This formula right here is so creamy and ultra blendable, never leaving you patchy, cakey, or dry. Like, this formula is here to take care of. Like, look at that. Yes, the difference. Ah!
I am fully aware that that was an ad, but my gosh, is it convincing? So on the website, they say that this is a multi-use face stick, foundation, concealer, contour, and highlight. And it has a creamy, blendable texture with light to light medium coverage. So this is definitely buildable, but I can tell it's not full coverage. You can take it anywhere from sheer to medium, for sure. I find it a little hard to blend. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, fam. I'm not feeling this one. It's looking super splotchy, especially right here, and I don't know why. Look at how blotchy it is here. Why is it doing that? Let's move into concealer. You're gonna die when you see this review. Are you ready to guess? I was looking like a hungover elderly raccoon. I didn't just have bags under my eyes, I had luggage. Makeup wasn't just caking in the creases under my eyes, it had opened a bakery. My large, shiny, and beautiful blue eyes were overshadowed by bottomless pools of inky skin. I tried so many concealers. This person has to be an author. I was gonna take out a loan to buy my mother's concealer when I found myself instead talking to Susan, a Shoppers Drug Mart beauty consultant. I went in without makeup. I bared my face to the stranger and simply said, said, help me. I did not give her any price parameters. Instead of immediately steering me towards the endless higher end options, she rushed me to this concealer. She wore it too. She raved about it. She said, this is what I need. And I went on Amazon while in the store and found the same concealer in the suggested shade for $10 less than in the Shoppers Drug Mart price. I ordered it from Amazon while I was standing in the store. Oh, Susan was pissed. I watched in shock and amazement as this magic face sauce disappeared my flaws. My pools of sapphire were wide, my mouth shaped like an O. I can't. I jumped up and stood affront my bathroom mirrors, hands pressed to my cheeks, and I jumped with exaltation. It works! It works! That was in fact a review on Amazon. I have screenshots to prove it. Is this Pulitzer Prize winner talking about the Superstay Activewear Concealer, the Instant Age Rewind Concealer, or the Lifter Serum Concealer? I'm sure you have no freaking clue. She's talking about this one, the Superstay Activewear Concealer. Maybe this will help the foundation. So this is a full coverage long wear concealer with up to 30 hours of wear time. It's designed to not only cover dark circles and discoloration, but also imperfections on the whole face. Now, one thing that I've noticed about this concealer after playing with it for months is that it actually has a matte finish, a natural matte finish. And actually when you put it on your hand, you can see it dry down to a matte finish right away. I find most concealers nowadays have more of like a satin finish or even a glow finish. So this is actually pretty different, and it's intended to be more for people who like fuller coverage. Here's a little tip. If you want more coverage, let your concealer dry down a little bit. Because of the formula of this guy, I could actually see this being really good as a concealer that works like an eyeshadow primer. It evens out the canvas of your lid, but it's not too shiny, so it doesn't crease heavily, right? Because it's not super emollient. It has like a soft matte finish. Nice. I'm gonna switch into a different concealer only because I don't have this in a lighter shade. These are the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. It's a much more lightweight concealer. You're not gonna get as much coverage, but it blends like a dream. It looks so good on older under eyes, textured under eyes. It's not great for blending serious dark circles because it is lighter weight, but it does work really well as like a contour stick as well. This is so completely different than this one. Okay, it really is, because this is much lighter weight. It's not going to cover as much. This covers way more. This one has more of a satin or a natural finish, whereas this one really dries down into a matte finish. For under the eyes, as long as you don't have too much depth and darkness, I actually think the Age Rewind is better. For covering up serious hyperpigmentation, issues around the face, I think this one is better, the Activewear. Great setting powder, beats high-end ones and makes my skin look airbrushed. If you've watched the channel for a while, you are going to get this right. Is it the Superstay Up to 24-Hour Hybrid Powder Foundation, the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder Foundation, or the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder? If you guessed the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, you are correct. This really is one of the most popular powders at the drugstore. It's very finely milled and it works super well. It works just like the other high-end powders that you get at Sephora, but for a fraction of the price. Let's just do half my face so that you can see the difference. Okay, so zoom in, take a look. So this side, I used the powder, right? You can see that it looks a lot more airbrushed, whereas this side, I didn't use the powder. You can see my pores a lot more. It really does airbrush your skin. I mean, all powders do that, okay? Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves and claim that this is a miracle, but some powders do it in a way where it can look really heavy or chalky, and other powders do it in a way where it looks airbrushed and smooth. So this one, I really don't find it gets chalky. It is definitely comparable to high-end powders, and that's why I featured it in my best powders video. Let's move into brows. I ordered the medium brown and it looks pink. Easy to apply, but the color is way off. Both my husband and daughter noticed and asked why my eyebrows were pink. Is she talking about the Tattoo Studio Brow Tint Pen, the Tattoo Studio Waterproof Brow Pencil, or the Build-A-Brow Pen and Sealing Gel? If you guessed the Build-A-Brow Pen and Sealing Gel, you are correct. The colors here are weird. For example, this color is deep brown, but it is super red. Usually a deep brown comes off as like a dark, cooler brown, right? In every other brand. But this is like a medium brown. And I just found all the colors were just a bit off. I mean, I can get away with it But if you're building a brow from scratch, you can't really get away with it. And it's so hard because with drugstore products, you can't really try them. You can't really swatch them, right? The pen itself is actually amazing. It is super fine. It doesn't bleed. It looks really nice. You can get really nice hair-like strokes. It's just the color stories that are a little bit off, which shocks me. Like, who approved the color here? This is not dark brown. I mean, it looks fine here on camera, but if you actually look at it, it is red. And I'm lucky because I already have brow hairs and stuff going on, so I can hide it. But if you're building a brow from very little or nothing, you will see 100% that this is red. Let's move on to blush. Ladies, if you're over the age of 40, put down that powder blush. The extra layer of powder on top of your face powder does nothing but age us. Once you try this on top of your foundation and then put your face powder on, trust me, the difference is amazing. Is she talking about the Cheek Heat Gel Cream Blush, the Sun Kisser Liquid Blush, or the Fit Me Blush? I try to make this one easier for you. You can obviously eliminate one. She's talking about the Cheek Heat. This is actually a water-based gel to cream blush. They claim that the texture is lightweight, dewy, gel to cream that melts into the skin, and it gives a sheer, natural, just flushed, dewy finish. If you like a very natural blush, that is not me. I have blush blindness. I've been called out in the comments so many times for having too much blush on. She's sheer. She's so sheer. I mean, she's glowy, but she's super sheer. This may end up being your favorite blush, but it's not mine. This is the Maybelline Lifter Liner. This is an amazing lip liner, like the nicest lip liner ever. It's creamy, it's long lasting, the shades are phenomenal, it's a great price. If you need an amazing, super solid lip liner from the drugstore, this is it. It is the perfect lip liner for real. It does not get better than this. Not at the drugstore, not at Sephora. Oh, look, I just noticed my blush is splotchy now. What's with the splotchy? Guys. Look how splotchy it is here. What the heck? It's gotta be the Grippy primer. There's no other explanation, is there? Let's keep going. We'll salvage this somehow. Love these. Great color and long lasting. You can also layer it out. Sometimes when putting too much at once, it flakes a bit. But if you apply small layers, it looks very nice. Is she talking about the Superstay Teddy Tint, the Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick, or the Color Sensational Ultimate Slim Lipstick? She is talking about, drumroll please, the Teddy Tints. I'm not gonna lie, I have not worn these ones since I got them because I tried them, thought I'd love them, and didn't. And the reason I don't love them is they are a very unique texture and they are matte. And I just do not like, I don't like matte on me. And also I find the colors sort of unflattering. Like there's no color that just works, but you might love it, okay? So the texture is a lightweight buildable liquid with a blurred matte finish. It combines the finish and application of a matte liquid lipstick with the lightweight feel of a lip tint. That is correct. That is absolutely accurate. And it can be used on the cheeks too. So it's also multi-purpose. Maybelline is really into these like multi-purpose products and I am here for that. This is shade Mascara Tear, Petal Core, Wild at Heart, Knee High. So the only color that I think could be a potentially nice neutral for me is Knee High. But even then, it's not really a color I reach for often. But let's just go with it. I don't hate it. I don't actually hate it as much as I did before. Let's move into eyes. There used to be so many drugstore eyeshadows. Where are they all at now? What's going on at the drugstore with the eyeshadows? Maybelline actually does have a few. The packaging is really flimsy, right? You're not paying for luxe packaging, but let's see if these stay on nice, if there's minimal fallout, let's see. So the color that I got was Brooklyn Nudes in the City Mini Palette. Since we did a pinky lip and pinky cheek, let's dip into this color. That is a neutral, but it leans more pink than warm brown. Let's just buff that in. Goes on smooth and not patchy. Wow, that's actually really, really nice. So for the lid itself, I really wanted to test out the Color Tattoo 24-hour eye sticks because I find shadow sticks to be really easy to use and very convenient. You can use them for a one and done look where you apply, you don't apply anything else, just apply mascara and let it be on its own, or you can build them up in an eye look like this. So I'm feeling like this one is also a little bit on the patchy side. This to me is giving chunky glitter, but it's already creasing. Let's move in to mascara. This is the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara. So this guy is for lengthening and volume. This is lengthening, I can see, and separating, but I don't find it to be overly voluminous, if I'm being honest. Here is the final look. Up next on the channel, find out if L'Oreal is still the drugstore holy grail, or if you're in the mood for something else, you can watch whatever YouTube recommends for you. Either way, I'll see you over there.